So one day I come into school and I am being shunned by my whole year group. No one's chatting to me. Everyone's walking past me saying, "You're disgusting. How could you do that?" People whispering to their friends. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Right, what now? My own friends were coming up to me saying, "Angelina, like, this is mad. Like, what have you done?" And I'm like, what do you mean, what have I done? You tell me, bruv. I don't know. So apparently this girl has gone around showing everyone her SH, saying that that was because of me, because I've been bullying her. When I heard her name, I said, "Who's that?" I didn't know this chick, yeah, from nowhere. Apparently she was in my form. Never noticed her. Anyway, this turns into a massive scandal and I am literally being accused by all of the teachers, going into statements, everything. And all my statements are, I don't know what she's talking about, don't know who she is, I ain't done shit, right? Because that was the truth. During this investigation, the whole school is shunning me, yeah? Well, not the whole school, but my year group is shunning me. Moving away from me in lessons, literally not saying a peep to me, giving me dirty looks, all of the lot. I was sitting at break on my own, eating lunch on my own, because it got to the point where my own friends, my best friends at school, wouldn't sit with me, weren't seen with me, like they cut me off for it. It was fucked. My own head of year came over to me and was like, "Angelina, you should just tell the truth, like it would make this all a lot easier for everyone." I was like, "Babe, I'm telling the truth, so do you want to calm down a few pecks, because I'm not owning up to something I didn't do. Like, you must be barking up the wrong tree, darling." It takes about 3 days and it gets taken to my head teacher and I'm like, yes, brilliant, take me to her now. I've been dying for this moment because I haven't done shit for once. So it's me, the girl, and my head teacher in the room. Me and her haven't really spoke this whole time, because every time I tried to go up to her to be like, "Babe, what's the fuck? Like, hello, what are you doing?" She would like go bare red in the face. Like, she was obviously like just like a guilty lying person. Like, she didn't want to interact with me because she knew what she was doing. So my head teacher turns to the girl and is like, "So what happened and when?" So the girl says, "Friday break time, Angelina walked past me and called me a fat pig." That's when I saw Jesus Christ himself in the flesh and I said, "Yeah? Bring up the medical room records, because Friday break time I wasn't here! I wasn't here! It wasn't possible. I wasn't here." So they bring up the medical room records. Guess what? It's in writing. It's in writing. I wasn't there. There was no, it was impossible. It wasn't me. So my head teacher turns to her. This girl is so red. Like, she's the colour of this, right? And my head teacher walked into my classroom and made every single girl stand up in a line and one by one walk past me and apologise. So what happens next? I just want to throw out a disclaimer that this girl to this day is denying that she ever lied about anything. So like, in her mind, she actually thinks that she was telling the truth and that I actually did these things, which is mental. But anyway, so I didn't really touch base on what happened after she got called out lying in the office in front of my head teacher, like, because that was the best. I've never felt joy like that in my life. Some of you even commented that, like, yes, it was the best feeling of my fucking life. Like, I don't think I'm going to experience that feeling of joy until I give birth and see my child. Like, that's how joyous I felt. I saw the light. Like, that moment, I saw the fucking light. I told you, I saw Jesus Christ in the flesh, darling. So my head teacher essentially turns to her and is like, "Well, how did you get this wrong? Because you told me that Angelina was supposedly very much up in your face. So someone's very close to you. Like, how do you misread their face for somebody else?" Because I didn't explain in the original video, because I only have 3 minutes to talk, that basically she did say that when I said these comments, I was very up in her face. So you already know her face was like this and her eyes were watering. She was just honestly shattered to pieces. Like, her dance was done in this moment, right? And she was just like, "Well, it all happened so fast and I don't remember. I was so sure it was Angelina, but I was obviously wrong." You don't say! She had to apologise to me. She was forced to apologise to me. Then my head teacher actually asked me, like, "Angelina, do you forgive her?" And I was like, hell no! Hell fucking no! A lot of you wanted to know about the so-called friends that cut me off during this time. So I'm pretty sure I ended up taking them back as friends because I was young and dumb and just overly trusting and too nice. I have story times for days about problematic friendships, right? Toxic trait, overly trusting, end up with absolute nutters as my friends. So lucky for you guys. Follow me, darling. Stay updated with me live, because if you think this is the worst of the stories, it's just, this is like a starter. Get ready for the main course, darling. Sit down.